Ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome yet again to Lexus RC F Truck Edition. Why again? Yes, I have driven this very same car back in April this year in the beautiful and hot Palm Springs, but I have only driven it on track. I'll put the link to the video somewhere on the screen so you can go and take a look. Finally, this car has arrived in Switzerland, and of course the first thing I do is ask for it. So let's make this party short and sweet and have a little chat to see how this car feels on a regular road. Well, it's a pretty stunning road if you ask me. Okay, so under the bonnet we've got a proper dinosaur. A dinosaur in a very good way, a glorious one in fact, with most brands putting turbos in. Lexus said no, we're gonna put in a naturally aspirated 5-liter V8 engine that pumps glorious 472 horsepower. We also have 535 Newton meters of torque. Just to make it all a lot more fun, the power is being sent to the rear wheels. So when you put your foot down in this car, I mean, yeah, it doesn't think too long. It just knows exactly where it is supposed to go. And the sound is just magnificent. I mean, this is pure driving experience. This is just glorious, beautiful sound. It's the kind of sound that you don't get in many cars, if you ask me. Yes, I have a soft spot for Lexus, but quite frankly, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, this is just, it's just perfection. I mean, so we've got an 8-speed automatic transmission. It is quick, it knows what it's doing. In normal mode, sometimes it tends to think a little bit too long for my liking, but as soon as you pop it into Sport or Sport Plus, it knows exactly where it is supposed to go at any point in time, quite frankly. Okay, so the steering in this car, it is sharp, it is precise, but it's got that little bit, tiny bit of room so that it actually feels a lot more natural. It feels more sort of manageable for people who are perhaps not professional drivers. You know, if a female like myself, a blonde one, can sit in this car and feel confident driving fast, yeah, they've done a pretty good job. Okay, the handling is superb. I mean, this car handles like a dream. It loves this kind of a road. It gets wasted in the city in a straight line. But you can of course drift it to have a little bit more fun. But steering and handling is something I have already experienced on the track, and I knew it is just superb. Yes, I could go fast, and I'm blonde. Again, it just tells you something. Of course, being fairly light does help. So I've got a carbon fiber bonnet, carbon fiber roof, and a couple of elements to save weight, and this car weighs only 1,635 kilograms. So it handles a lot better than a regular RCF, purely also because of its weight. Now, the maximum speed is limited to 270 kilometers an hour, and 0 to 100 is only 4.1 seconds. I reckon it's a pretty quick daily driver. Now, speaking of this car being a daily driver, how is the ride quality? Okay, so in general, the suspension is firm, it is sporty, because this is the nature of this car. However, when you pop it into normal mode, I drive it in Sport Plus most of the time, it is actually okay. I mean, your bum will not hurt, don't worry. It absorbs major bumps and imperfections, and it doesn't feel that hard. You can certainly use this car as a daily driver. Of course, that is if you don't mind the looks of this car, because it isn't exactly for the timid or the shy. The assumption is that, you know, it could be a teenager driving this car, because you see what this car does to me, it makes me feel like a teenager. I mean, what you want to do in this car is just some wild shit. You can't help yourself, and that's a little bit problematic for me, because I might end up in a facility I don't particularly like. But you know what? This car is just pure fun. It's pure driving experience. It's out of this world the way this car feels for me. I absolutely love it. of course, all that pleasure does not come cheap. You might feel a bit of pain when you hear the price. So the starting price in Switzerland is 124,000 Swiss francs, which is more or less an equivalent to the US dollar. I've got the multimedia safety pack, which is 4.5K, and that makes it 128,000. If you ask me, the price is absolutely justified because yes, you can use this car as a daily driver, and oh boy, you can have fun on the track. But to make you feel better about the price, you do get 10 years of maintenance and 3 years of warranty. Now that we're on the practicality, what is the petrol consumption of this wild animal? Well, I'm using nearly 18 liters. That's quite a bit. But in my defense, this is with quite aggressive driving. I mean, I've given this car today what it deserves. I mean, revving it, you know, really, I did not stop. I mean, this is just up and down the mountain. So actually this result is not so bad after all. So what are my thoughts really on this car? Now that I have driven it in America on the track and here back in Switzerland, quite frankly, I'm in love with this car. I think it's one of the most beautiful cars out there. I'm talking about exterior and I'm talking about the way it drives. Next to LC500 for me, they are winners because they are just gorgeous. They are proper machines with a proper engine. Exactly what is starting to really miss in the market today. So that's pretty much sums it all up. And this brings me to the end of this video. I'd like to thank you very much for watching. A big thank you to Lexus Switzerland for lending me this car. As always, I look forward to your comments and your questions. I wish you a wonderful day, whatever that you're doing, and I shall see you all very, very soon. Bye.